their tongue. I am Dovahkiin, Dragonborn! Goosebumps, yay!
Hello everyone, this is Scootaloo with my host,
Slurrymoon.
and welcome to Brony State's newest segment, the Neigh Sayers. I'm very glad they can join us for this special interview with Bree Faith, otherwise known as Pinkie Pie from Epic Cupcake Time and Epic Pie Time. Hello, Bree.
Hi!
Alright, so let's get to it. So why did you start voice acting?
When?
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
I started voice acting in 2009 because I started watching some English dubbed anime, and I was like, wow, this is really badly done. I could do a better job. And so I started looking up stuff about voiceover, and then I got into it around then because of that.
Slurry, it's your turn.
Okay, so when did you start to watch My Little Pony?
I began watching My Little Pony last summer because people kept on asking me about voicing Pinkie Pie, and I didn't know what Pinkie Pie was. I didn't know what a Pinkie Pie was. I didn't know what My Little Pony was. And so I watched a few episodes and got really into it. It was really funny and really cute, and I really enjoyed it.
Have you always tried doing Pinkie Pie voices in every single recording session you made?
What do you mean?
Like, have you tried doing Pinkie Pie voices in other projects?
I mean, usually I just do Pinkie Pie voices for My Little Pony projects, if that's what you're asking. I've done a few other projects besides, like, Epic Pie Time and Epic Cupcake Time as Pinkie, and I've done a lot of voice commissions as Pinkie. So I do a lot of Pinkie recording nowadays. Yeah.
Right, so what was your motivation to start voice acting?
I guess it was because I've always been into acting. I always really enjoyed acting and stuff, and I went to some sort of professional audition when I was in 7th or 8th grade, and was told that they couldn't use me for anything because I had braces, and so that really got me upset for a few years, and then I figured out voice acting, and it didn't really matter what you had or didn't have physically. So I started getting into that, and I really liked it, and I really enjoyed being able to portray any sort of character just using vocal skills. And yeah, now I after all the My Little Pony stuff, it makes me really want to work for a company like Hasbro that influences like children a lot. Of course, My Little Pony isn't all a children fan base, but like Disney or Hasbro and stuff, where like kids grow up listening to you, and you really like you're really part of their childhood, and that'd be a really cool experience to have.
Very interesting. So what do you do besides voice acting?
I'm a college student. I am a history major. I like to act in general, and I like to do voiceover. But besides that, I do cosplay a lot, and I really enjoy that. And I really enjoy to cook, and I make bento a lot, and baking. And I'm like trying to think, like I do a lot of voice acting. Like that's like my main thing I do. Yeah, I like playing Zelda a lot. That's probably my favorite game.
Yes!
And so I like have every version of Ocarina of Time like ever, and I like have beaten it and played through it like way too many times. Like I bought a 3DS just for that. It was pretty lame. And I hang out with my boyfriend a lot because we go to the same school and listen to music, and that's pretty much the condensed version of what I do on a daily basis.
Sorry guys, she's taken. Alright, so how did you first discover that you had a talent for doing these voices?
I didn't really, when I first started doing voice acting, I didn't really know what my voice was capable of doing. And so I would just try things, and I learned from there that I can't do mature voices at all, And like my range for older women doesn't really exist, but I can do a lot of other things with my voice that, and like I'm constantly finding new things I can do with it, which is really cool. And I'm always practicing, and it's there's a lot that can be done to change your voice, I guess, like just putting in an accent or like a slur or like little quirks to your voice like that, like creates a whole different character voice. So like if I wanted to, like I've been practicing doing the Cutie Mark Crusaders more, and like so Apple Bloom's voice is like you have the accent, and with Sweetie Belle you have to try and like crack your voice a little bit more, and then with Scootaloo it's like integrating a younger voice with the boy voices that I used to do a lot, and so they pretty much all have like a similar platform voice, and you just add the quirks to it, and it makes them all sound different and particular to their character, in my experience at least.
So, do you ever get casted into any roles that you don't like?
I generally will not take roles that I don't see myself enjoying, and I won't accept roles or audition for roles that I won't really enjoy playing. I don't really like doing things that are for like a really, really long project and people expect me to do it in like a week, because that's not going to happen. I'm a college student. I have a lot going on. So generally those are roles, like if I'm stuck in them, I'm not going to enjoy them. And it's not usually for the role itself, but it's for the time constraints and the stress it puts on me.
Right. Yeah. So you mentioned that you did commissions and requests, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of odd requests have you gotten? Like
I think the weirdest thing I've had to do was someone asked me to call their like fiance and give them a pep talk as Pinkie Pie. And so that was really interesting, and the person almost started like crying. They were like really in shock. So that was cool though, because it was a surprise, and I just called them out of nowhere, and they were like really stressed out, and that's why they needed a pep talk, and it was really funny. It was really interesting.
Yeah, Pinkie Pie should do some pep talks more often.
Yeah.
Also, I was afraid that you mentioned the bacon thing. Never mind. So what led you to pursue voice acting?
Pretty much what had been stated before. My motivations for it, and just like finding out that I like personally felt like I could bring characters to life better than what I've seen other people do, and like I felt like I had a strong talent in it, and I usually don't feel that way, so feeling that way really made me like feel really strong about it and wanting to pursue it and do a lot with it. So yeah.
Right. Cool deal. What is the process for coming up with a personality for somebody? Do directors tell you how to do it? Is this the kind of personality we want?
It depends. If it's a character, like if I'm doing a fan dub, which I really don't do anymore, I've kind of grown out of that phase. But usually it would already be a character, and I would be just already doing what is established about that character. But in cases of like parodies like Epic Pie Time and Epic Cupcake Time, they pretty much take the Pinkie Pie and they give her this weird characterization from Epic Mealtime. And so Rob, who is the one who scripted this and directed it, we would work together on how we wanted Pinkie to sound on each line, her inflections, and like what her attitudes and motivations were. So we would work together closely on that, and that's how that was created. As for like original projects, it pretty much is a lot of like feeling out the character and figuring out stuff about their past and how they like try and put myself into the character and figure out how they would deal with different things, which is a lot of what my acting class I'm in currently focuses on, like intentions, motivation, how like events in their lives shape them, age, where they're from, to like minute details about like what sort of foods they like and how that would shape their character. Like if a character really likes like to eat mild foods and they don't like spicy foods, it says one thing about them in comparison to eating spicy foods. So like it's like it sounds weird, but all these things really affect like characterization. So taking that into consideration and then applying it to the character and how they would dictate things, enunciate, and stuff like that.
Cool. Do you ever sometimes randomly do a pony voice during the day, like when you're presenting something? Oh,
not when I'm presenting things, but like to my friends sometimes. Like a lot of times, if I say any pony voice by accident, it'll be "oh my," and I do that a lot. So I think that's what I do the most. I mean, sometimes I'll slip into it. I slip into voices a lot, and I don't notice it, but people notice it. One time I was with my boyfriend getting food on campus, and one of the guys who was giving me my food told me to talk like a big girl. And I was like, what? And like apparently I was talking in like baby voice, kind of like weird. And like I don't notice it, and I guess it doesn't faze my boyfriend anymore because I do it all the time, but it was really funny because I was like, what? Oh, I'm talking in a weird voice. Of course.
Oh man, that sounds like delightful. I would love it if my girlfriend would be like, "Oh yeah, we should go out here and," in a Pinkie Pie voice. That would be so awesome. All right. So, have any brony musicians talked to you about singing for them?
I actually talk to Mando Pony a lot. Not right now as much as I used to because he's been busy and I've been busy. But I used to talk to him frequently, and I have talked to some not really pony musicians, but like people who want to do like collaborations. And I've talked to some people and things get nowhere. I would like to do more Pinkie Pie like singing or Fluttershy singing stuff, even though I don't really feel like I'm the best singer. It just is fun to do in general. But not many people have approached me as of recently.
Ah.
So, have you ever tried doing voices from other shows like Adventure Time or other anime shows?
Yeah, I do. I used to do fan dubs a lot, not as much anymore. And as for other cartoon shows, I watch Adventure Time, but I never thought of voicing anyone from it. Just didn't come to mind. But I did audition for something that one of the people who work on Adventure Time was doing, like a personal project.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where that went or if she cast someone in that already, but I did audition for it, so that was interesting. Yeah, I used to do a lot of anime fan dubs, though. I guess my favorite roles for that would be like Happy and Lucy from Fairy Tail.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to really, really like doing Black Star from Soul Eater and Suna from Reborn.
I wish I knew what those were. All right, so how hard was it to alternate between Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie's voice? They both have very different personalities, so how do you do it?
It's very hard if I want to do it like one after the other, because one is really loud and energetic, and the other one's like subdued and quiet and shy. So, if in a recording session that I have to do something with Fluttershy and something with Pinkie Pie, I try to do all the Pinkie Pie first, and then I'll do another warm-up routine that I usually do before I record. And so I'll do one before I record, do Pinkie Pie, another warm-up, and then do Fluttershy. So I can kind of give myself a break between the two and get into the character.
Interesting. So, what is your favorite song from Friendship is Magic?
Oh my gosh. I'm going to go with the obvious answer and say Pinkie Pie's Smile song.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man. I thought so. It's probably one of mine too.
But I also like the May the Best Pet Win song a lot.
I like the way that they have. I do too. Just with the I guess you could say the Broadway style. It's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you were gonna do a video of you singing the Smile song, right?
Yeah, I haven't had time yet because I've had midterms and papers. So recording hasn't been something on the top priority list of mine recently. But as soon as I have extra time, I was either going to, because I wasn't sure what I was going to do yet, if I was going to do a nice refined recording of doing the Smile song or doing a live recording like I did with Giggle at the Ghosties. So I haven't decided yet how I was going to handle that, but I did get enough likes on my Facebook page, which I didn't expect to, but I challenged people to like it, and I would record the song, so.
Well, can we get a sneak peek?
Oh my gosh, I am not warmed up at all. I can't sing that song. I'd ruin it.
Oh.
I would ruin it.
Well, Slurry and I ruined that Fluttershy song, but you know.
What Fluttershy song?
Oh, we were kind of singing before we recorded.
Oh. I am doing that though too. I'm doing a collaboration with the girl who does Rainbow Dash from Epic Pie Time and Epic Cupcake Time. We were going to do a cover of May the Best Pet Win, but I've been slacking on my part because I haven't had time to record it. But yeah.
Ah, okay. So you were at BronyCon last January, correct?
Yeah, I went there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I left before your panel came up. I still regret it to this day. So anyway, what did it feel like to be the one signing autographs? Like, what did
I
it
only
feel like?
signed a few autographs, but it was weird.
Weird.
It was strange. Like, people who asked me for pictures or autographs, I was like, what? Me? Why? It was weird. I didn't know how to react.
Oh man.
So,
You're on.
do you do voices in other languages, perhaps?
I have been learning Japanese, and so I have had requests to like speak as Pinkie Pie in Japanese, and so in a frequently asked questions video I made not too long ago, I did just that. My Japanese isn't very good. I've been practicing a lot, but I am in like a very beginner level class, and we move really slow, so we don't learn as much as I would like us to. So it's not the best, but I could say something as Pinkie in Japanese.
We would like that very much.
That would be awesome.
How do you do? My name is Pinkie Pie, and it's nice to meet you. Actually, I just said Pinkie, not Pinkie Pie, but.
Alright, so will there be more Epic Cupcake Time?
That isn't really my decision. That's a decision of Rob, and I think that there won't be any more Epic Mealtime parodies, but we are working on other parodies in general. I can say that I recorded for something for a parody about last week, so keep an eye on that stuff. There should be something else coming out. And I personally have been working on a parody song, so that's one, and I know there's another parody song we're working on as well. So yeah. I'm just waiting for the other ponies that I cast to get back to me with their lines from the parody song, and then I plan to put it together. So that's something to look forward to.
Right. One more thing. Do you ever read fan fiction?
No, I'm not really into fan fiction, but I've been asked to do various Pinkie roles in fan fiction. I've been asked to play in Cupcakes, which I have said no to. And I've been asked to do My Little Dashie by several people, and that I recorded for. And I've been asked to do some Mass Effect Pinkie thing, which is very elaborate, and I'm not sure if I'm going to take up on that yet.
You have read My Little Dashie, have you?
No, I haven't read any.
Oh.
I just read my lines for it.
Ah, well, it's okay.
So, is there any other future projects that you might be able to share?
Projects that I'm in currently include the Fiends from Dream Valley Flash game, which was for demo at BronyCon. And I think that it may be making an appearance at BronyCon in the summer, but I'm not sure. I'm in a few fan fictions, like My Little Pony, the My Little Dashie. I said that really weird. And I was asked to do a Amnesia: The Dark Descent game mod as Pinkie Pie, and I recorded some lines for that, and they said they would email me more lines in the future, so that's something that's in the works. And let's see, what else? My Little Investigations I'm doing as Pinkie Pie and Apple Bloom. And Gentle Colts Productions, My Little Pony Friendship is Love or something like that. I'm Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy. And I think I'm doing Pinkie in some sort of animation that has to do with various things. And I am also, if anyone is interested in helping LA get their own My Little Pony convention, I'm the Pinkie Pie who does the voice recordings for them for Equestria LA. So if you donate $10, you get a free voice commission from any pony you want. And I record for Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy and Apple Bloom. And maybe Sweetie Belle, I'm not sure.
So, what sort of advice do you have for someone who wants to start voice acting?
I guess, first off, it's not about the voices at first, it's about your acting, and it doesn't matter what voices you can do. If you can't act, then you're done. You need to be able to act, and to do that, I suggest taking some classes, reading books such as Stanislavski's An Actor Prepares is like a great book to read, and maybe doing some research about characterization, because characterization is extremely important in voice acting. And then once you get acquainted with acting, then work on the voices. My biggest tip to people is to work on enunciation. You don't want your words slurred. If people can't understand you, they're not going to want to listen to you. Diction. Dictating words is extremely important. And projection is important as well, to be able to control the loudness of your voice. And let's see, what else would... Those are probably the big three. And then emotions are really important, and that comes with acting experience and a lot of practice. And visualization exercises always help if you're trying to get some sort of emotion out. And yeah. So that's my condensed viewpoint on what's important in voice acting and how to get into it. There's websites you can go to, such as Voice Acting Club or Voice Acting Alliance, that are like foster people who want to start doing voiceover, although they aren't as great as they used to be. I would do my best to make friends and do fandom projects and projects with them until you get acquainted to reach out to do like original projects and such. Original projects are things that you can put on your resume, and things that you can be like, yeah, I did this. Fandoms are technically illegal, so you have to be careful with that. You can't put those on a resume or anything.
Of course. So, last question. Why did you become a brony? Or how has My Little Pony changed you?
I became interested in My Little Pony and such because I thought it was adorable. It was really cute. And because of that, I own like tons of pony merchandise now, like Pinkie Pie scarves and earmuffs and like 5 pony shirts and stuff. It's fun, and the community is sometimes there's like really strange people you meet, and sometimes you meet like really great people who are like really inspirational. They really support you, and they really get behind you and what they do, and everyone is really willing to help each other out. And like I had started doing voice commissions because I needed money to pay for my college, and so a lot of people, when they came up to me and asked for voice commissions, like so many of them were like, good luck with your schooling, I hope you can afford your books, I'll tell all my friends and stuff like that. Like they didn't just want the pony recording, they wanted to actually help me out as a person, and I thought that was really sweet.
Oh. All right, so you want to talk about BronyCon?
Oh yeah. So I'm unsure if I'm confirmed for going to BronyCon or not. So I had sent them like since I was a guest last time, I said that I would be more than willing to come again since I live very close to the area, and I wanted to do a panel about like I guess just Pinkie voiceover and stuff, take requests, impression requests, whatever, and then do a Pinkie Pie concert with fan songs, like requested songs by people, like ask me to do songs, and the top few I'll do songs from the show, such as Pinkie's Smile song, Cupcakes, other songs people often request me to do, and then a few parody songs that I've been working on myself. But in order for this to happen, BronyCon needs to know that people want me there. So if people want me there, then I'll have a more likely chance of getting there. So if like people listening to this, or you guys or anything, if people want me to be at BronyCon, like tell BronyCon that, because well, I've been talking to them about doing a panel. Like nothing is set in stone. And they'll listen to people who are going to go about who they want to see there. So just a little snippet on that. And I plan to do that all in costume, in my new Pinkie Pie costume that I'm getting, which is going to be really fun. And I actually have a photo shoot already scheduled to do in a few weeks in that, with some fun epic pie time stuff involved. So yeah. And I also applied to do the same kind of panel that I plan to do at BronyCon for Otakon as well. So, but like I said, like fans need to say that they want to see something like that, for something like that to get on the schedule.
You heard that, folks? Don't just say, demand for Bree Faith to go.
Yeah, because I'll do like a really fun concert, and I also plan to make pony cupcakes for the next BronyCon, and I'm not sure if I'm going to have a booth to sell them or not, because I don't know if the sale of food is allowed at this one, but if it's not, I'll give them away during my panel. And they will be like those apple cupcakes that you see in the show, and I will make them, and they will be fabulous.
Ooh.
That's another thing. I might also work on a live video of a cupcakes music video. So also in the works. Not sure yet. In costume Cupcakes music video. Yeah. And
here, folks.
Also, I'm still doing voice commissions, so if anyone wants those, hit me up on YouTube, Bree Faith VA, and I also have a Facebook fan page, so you can talk to me there. Yay! And yeah, so I'm doing voice commissions still, and if they're wanted, you can message me, and I'll still do those awkward phone call ones too. But I am terrified of talking on the phone. But I will do it anyway. I need to pay for college.
Yeah, you and I both.
Yeah.
All right then. Well, this has been a great experience for us to get to know you. Is there anything else you would like to add?
No, I think I covered most of it. Unless you guys have more questions. I mean, I don't mind answering more.
Slurry?
I don't have any more. You've answered a lot of the good questions that I've had in mind.
All right then. Well, we have enjoyed this, and I hope you have as well. Thank you, and good night.
All you gotta do is take a cup of flour, add it to the mix. Then you take a little something sweet, not sour, a bit of salt, just a pinch.
Baking these treats is such a scent, add a teaspoon of vanilla. Add a little more.
Before you never get your fill of.
Cupcakes, so sweet and tasty. Cupcakes.
Don't be too hasty.
Cupcakes, cupcakes, cupcakes,
Cupcakes.